everyone has from time to time. This is a topic that I'm going to talk about with temerity today. First, let me present you my qualifications and credibility. I was a top-notch worrier. Worry is in my generic makeup because my mom always worried about everything. I used to worry about everything too because I want to be proactive. I had decades first-hand experience with worrying. In fact, I was so good at it that I can start to worry anytime, anywhere. Sometimes I can start worry without reason. Fellow toastmasters and most welcome guests. Western culture tells us that in order to enjoy today, we should not worry about tomorrow. But I was brought up from a totally different culture, where people always say, if you want to have a good future tomorrow, you need to worry about it today. My school teacher told me, you need to put more efforts in your study. Otherwise, you will end up being a street sweeper when you grow up. So you better worry about your grades now. So from my early childhood, I started to worry. When I was young, I worried about money, job, career. Later, I worried about my family, my wife, my daughter, and my aging parents, and occasionally my own mortality. I don't know about your life. My life is not perfect. My life is peppered with something we call problems. And problems make me worry. In a worry, I can turn a small irritation into problem. A problem into a crisis. And a crisis into a big disaster. I can complete the whole process within a split second. But please, do not misunderstand me. I'm not the person who is always worried about personal and trivial matter. No, sometimes I worry about something very big. 20 years ago, let me give you an example. 20 years ago, I was very interested in the study of universe. I learned that in 3.5 billion years, the sun will explode and our Earth will cease to exist. This knowledge put me in a deep worry because I feel so sad about the fate of our planet and civilization. And I was worried for a long time until one day I suddenly realized that the current stockpile of nuclear weapons have the capability to wipe out the entire planet thousands of times. And this realization made me even more worried because now the danger is more tangible and imminent, and the bad things could happen anytime. God forbid some madman pushed the button and launched nuclear missiles, and boom, the whole planet is wiped out. However, before the planet of Earth is destroyed, I have other things to worry about. When I turned 40 years old, I started to have stomachache. And I went to see my doctor. My doctor said, you have too much stresses. You need to stop worrying. I asked him, I said, doctor, I'm a very responsible person. How can I not worry with all these responsibilities? He didn't give me a good answer. But I was very determined. I need to solve the problem myself. So I did research and I read a lot of books and I came up with three rules that I followed strictly ever since. These 3 rules are very effective. Now I'm going to pass it to you, to share with you. Rule number 1, if there is a solution to a problem. No need to worry. If there is no solution to the problem, there's nothing to worry about. Rule number 2, don't make assumptions. We should only worry about something that is happening, not something that might happen. Rule number 3, that's a major. Have some faith. Don't try to control everything. Understand your limitations. Instead of worrying, we should pray. Nowadays, I make prayer every day. My prayer is very simple. It goes like this. Dear God, you know I'm here only for a short while. I'm a person of very simple needs. All I need is some peace. Please give me peace to face the situations that I have no control. Believe it or not, with these simple prayers and these simple techniques, 99% of my worry are eliminated. Today, I'm largely worry-free. I pass these simple rules to you, and if you follow it, it will help you too. Before I conclude this speech, I would like to quote what Winston Churchill said. When I look back on all the worries, I remember the story of an old man. He said on his deathbed that he had all kinds of trouble in his life, and most of them never happened.
Please